Hello and welcome back to the sewing table. It's been a while since I've used this little machine. I've been trying to test a lot of them, and you know, the only thing that was kind of a downer about this machine to me was the fact that it has the vertical spool holder. Most of my favorite threads are crosswound, and like the Aurifil and the Mettler and even the Sewology from Hobby Lobby, they're all crosswound, and I think I've shown you that before. I don't even see a stacked thread. They're stacked and there's crosswound. Stacked is where the thread is just round and round and round, and it's just stacked on top of each other. Crosswound is like this, and you can see it's got the little V shapes, so it's like crosswound. And there's a twist to it, so you don't want it coming off of a spool like this. You want it coming off of the end. So I really didn't know what to do about it, but then I ran across this thing, and this is not a new thing, it's just new to me. This is a thread holder, a cone thread holder. And we're gonna open this up, and I'm gonna hook it up to the machine. Well, you don't hook it up, you just stand it beside the machine and put your spool of thread on it, and you'll be able to use the crosswound with this little brother, which is amazing. So let me open this up and put it together, and then we'll run some thread through it and see what happens. Okay, got the box opened, and there's 3 pieces in here. Here's a base plate that's really heavy. It's like cast iron. Here's a small holder. This is going to screw right into the center of this, and that's what your spool of thread will go on. Now, this part, the extender pole, is going to go down in this hole. Gonna have to loosen this screw a little bit to let it go all the way down in there, and then we'll tighten that back up. A little bit of a screwdriver. Now, that's all there was to it, putting this together. So let's put it back here. I want to put it as close to where the spool would be. Anyway, let me see if I can turn you so you can get a better look at that. Okay. Now we're going to take a spool of our crosswound thread. This is Mettler in a purplish navy, and I'm going to drop it right down on, I know you can't see that, I just dropped it right on this spool, and it's going to come up and go right through that little loop there. Okay, now let's load it in the machine and see what happens. Okay, so we have the spool, the new spool holder in place, and just real quick, I'm going to run the thread through the threading pattern. If I go too fast for you, you can click on the link down at the bottom where I do it a lot slower and try to get you some close-ups. But for now, you'll see you have it in this, so you're just going to, as usual, come through number 1, go down number 2, up around the tension dial. I should have raised that. Catch it in the thread take-up lever. Come down here to the bottom, through that one, and then you're ready to go through the needle. And like I said, I know I did that fast, but I have a whole long video with close-ups and slow motion on how to load that. So check those out. And there's that. Now, I do not seem to have a bobbin right here that is loaded. Let me go grab a bobbin. Okay, I have a bobbin. You know, one of these days I'm going to have a YouTube team, and I can just say, you go get me a this or that, and they'll go get it. But right now it's just me. So with the thread coming off the left hand side of the bobbin, You just catch it in that lip. And like I said, I have an up close video of doing all this, how to thread this particular machine. So you can check that out. I'll put a link in the description. And then we're going to pop that on. And here's a little piece of fabric. So let's just see how it sews. Turn it on. Okay, let me pull up the bobbin thread first. Just kind of hold your thread out to the side. Don't pull on it, just keep it, you know, tight. Just don't let it go back in there. And that just pulled up the bobbin thread right there. That's all it took. Now, put this under here. Sink that. And let me give it a little bit of gas. And it's sewing beautifully, just beautifully. So I am hooked on this little accessory. So if you can only get one accessory to go with your new little brother, this is the ticket. Thread is so important to how well a machine sews. Even more important than fabric most of the time. So the fact that I can use my favorite Orfil thread is a bonus. And I'll put a link to this kind of thread in the description. My dog agrees. Shh. Fancy. Shh. Okay. I got the support crew to be quiet over there so I can finish this up. But really, if you can only get one accessory to go with this new machine, I believe this cone thread holder, and there's different brands, is going to be a winner. Because the Crosswound thread is just it's a much higher quality thread, and you want to use that as often as possible. If you're looking for any other nice accessory, the little $1 spatula from Walmart, this has saved my fingers so many times because I can just hold fabric. When I get too close to the needle, I can grab this. And plus, since it's rubber, if it does slip and get under the needle, it doesn't break the needle. So, okay, if you have any questions, go ahead and leave me a comment down there. I'll be happy to answer what I can. I'm not a brother representative. I'm not a sewing machine repairman. I just have been sewing for a long time, so I know how to troubleshoot some common things. But thanks for watching my video, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.